At the intersection of the supernatural and the quantifiable, three wayward souls find themselves facing a world of the unknown and the unexplained. Who among us can navigate the flickering boundaries between the paranormal and the scientific, and the questionable gray area in between? This is ParaScience, a new actual play podcast from Infinity Break, where we're telling stories our own way. Our story returns to the plight of one Alister McAndrews, federal agent who has been tasked with investigating mysterious disappearances at the Swaying Birch retirement community. Helping or hindering his investigation is one St. Garcia Flores, a mysterious nomadic man with a mysterious catalog of knowledge. We join the two of them once again at the edge of the woods outside Unit 584, where they have come in contact with the true entity in the woods, a scavenger with a shotgun, Jules Ortiz. Will our characters find what they're looking for, or has it already found them?
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to remember. We agreed, the idea is that we were just kind of looking out into the woods, and Jules just agreed to kind of guide us through.
If you need to get out there, I can help you.
Well, I think we do. I don't know what we're looking for. I have an idea of what we're looking for, but I'm not entirely sure exactly. A hunch, I guess.
I find in many of these cases we'll know it when we see it, or encounter it in some other fashion.
Fair enough.
Well, there's a lot of stuff out here, so any specifics would be appreciated.
Here's what I've got. It's their... Sorry.
I'm pulling up my notes because apparently I'm not a very good player.
Okay, there we go. They're pale figures that hang out at the tree line, usually at night. They seem intangible, like ghosts. Does that ring any bells?
Sounds like teenagers with weed to me.
That's not how weed works.
I don't know, I was thinking pale people on the edge of the tree line.
There's the local teens. Ah, those darn kids.
More in the line of vaguely humanoid and screaming rather than teenagers with illicit substances, I think.
The screams are, at least my contact said that the screams were distant. It's not like the figures are screaming. It's like,
maybe a victim?
Maybe they're doing something?
They appear in conjunction with the screaming, but are not necessarily the source of it.
Correct.
Have I encountered anything like this? Or heard any screaming lately?
You personally? Are you asking me?
Yes.
No.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
How deep do you live into these woods?
Holy shit. Pretty deep. I don't know.
Okay, well, that gives us an idea. Whatever it is isn't that far into the woods.
Probably not. I mean, I haven't come into contact with anything weird besides, you guys.
Possibly
Thanks.
Whatever it is avoiding your very large gun.
Well, that would make sense. I also haven't been looking for anything like that, so.
I mean, we could just wait for night to fall. That seems like the most logical conclusion, right? They come at night, usually. They don't come every night, but maybe if we're lucky, we'll see something.
The outside light is tinging a little darker. Sun going down.
Yeah, sun going down.
I narrow my eyes and, look out into the woods, almost daring it to come.
Yeah, I'll step a little farther back from the tree line in case, maybe not all the way up the hill, but partially. I imagine that this was like a slope down to the tree line. That might not be correct.
Perhaps another description of the woods is in order, then.
I would appreciate
You
it.
find yourself in the backyard of Unit 584, which, as stated, is owned by Mrs. Periwinkle, or at least leased by her temporarily while she still leases her mortal coil. The backyard ends abruptly with a chain link fence past which you have not gone. The tree that Jules dropped out of was hanging out over the chain link fence, and past that chain link fence is a slope downward into the forest. The settlement has been built up a little bit from the normal ground level.
Well, I say this is probably a good, place to sit. Is there a gate? You said there was a gate. I assume there's a gate.
You look down the ways a few units, and you see that there is a kind of utility-looking access gate, one that you would see on a, again, about mid-waist chain link fence.
Okay, I start walking towards it. I jerk my head at the others, hey, you guys coming? But I'm not gonna wait for them. I'm just gonna go.
I will go as well.
I follow.
Okay.
Are the backyards divided from each other by fences or not? I assume we're not pulling a hot fuzz and hopping through people's back gardens.
No, they are not. This is a kind of a shared backyard space in this part of the neighborhood. Okay. The houses kind of curve inward along the road that you all drove up on. So this is... You could perhaps picture this backyard as kind of curving... How do I phrase this? It is a concave surface.
So I'd like to go out. Is the gate locked?
It is not. It has one of those very simple, think like the access to like a community pool or something, like one of those little drop-down claws.
The lift things, yeah.
Yeah. One of those little drop-down claws that hooks onto the pole, but it is not a lock. It just prevents animals and small children from getting through.
Mm-hmm. Well, thankfully, I am neither of those.
Does it move easily? It's something that gets moved often, or is it difficult? When Saint goes to open it, does it move slowly as if it's not used very often?
It moves fine under your strength. It does not appear to have aged without use, but it does not open very easily. I'm afraid that's a bit of a non-answer, but...
It's middle ground. It's not necessarily it gets used all the time, but it's not like people don't use it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's fair. I would like to go through and go around. I'm keeping close to the fence, and I want to go back to the same unit we were just at. I don't want to be too close to the forest, but I want to be on the other side of the fence. So if something does show up, I have access to it. And unfortunately, it has access to me. And I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to sit my ass down.
Others?
I would like to pace out the distance between the fence and the tree line and get an idea of how fast something might, for instance, need to move to get... I want to have a good sense of exactly what kind of distances we're dealing with, especially in case I need to shoot anything.
Even as the sun goes down, you can make out the outline of trees going a distant ways, especially with your flashlight pointed at them all. The forest goes as far as the eye can see, however long that may be, maybe some 500-600 feet from your estimation, visually.
I want to be very sure of the distance between the fence and the tree line.
Oh, sure. They are up close. The tree that Jules jumped down out of was hanging over the fence.
Okay.
Oh, we're right next to the tree line then.
So we are right at the tree line.
Yeah. So, same with any forest, it may kind of ebb and flow away from the fence, but where you are standing, it has definitely ebbed. It is right up against the fence. You are effectively in the woods.
Oh, that's not really what I wanted, but it's too late now. I misunderstood, but this is good, actually. Bad for me, I think, maybe, but I like I like the fact that now I'm right in the middle of whatever's about to happen. So,
Matty, I appreciate your little justifications.
can I climb up into a tree? I don't necessarily want to be on the ground, I think, now that I'm considering it. Do you want me to roll for that?
You certainly may.
If I don't have to, I'm not going to. But
No, I mean, I don't know. Sure, go ahead. Roll strength. Strength,
Okay.
and let's go strength and athletics.
sounds good to me. I'm sorry, strength and what?
Athletics. What are your
Jaboy does
skills?
not have that. I am not trained in that.
Okay, then strength.
So I rolled a 3,
Okay.
which on a D4, which is my strength, is not bad.
I think it's hilarious that I'm stronger than you.
Look, my willpower is a 10. I am very charismatic and very alert and very vital, and everything
I
else
could
is
lift
fine.
you.
Yeah, as you
I
should.
might. I want to.
Just fucking deadlift me, bro.
You see a good chunk of these trees do have lower branches. You are able to find a decent spot where the fence is kind of mashed up against one of the trees, and you are able to use the fence to get up higher on the tree and get up onto one of the lower branches.
Sweet. All right. I'm chilling.
Around in the forest area, you see that there is a predominance of birch trees.
Am I sitting in one?
You are not. Birch trees do not have lower branches.
I know so many things about trees. That's good to know, though. I don't think I want to be in one. Yeah, if we're all just waiting for night to fall, then
Oh,
I think.
then yes. As you find yourself temporarily camped in the woods, you notice the sun go down. Fuck off.
Whoa!
Maybe I'm just vibing, dude. I don't know. Maybe I don't notice the sun goes down.
I have a D8. Presumably, I noticed the sun going down.
Lamau.
Show off.
I'm alert.
I also have a D8 alertness. We noticed the
So?
sun going down.
All right. As you find yourself camped in the woods, you notice the sun starts to go down. Over time, the various automatic porch lights on the units behind you begin to click on, illuminating a very dull portion of the foreground of the woods, although certainly not bright enough to penetrate deep into the woods. The woods seems unnaturally dark and very, very quiet.
Jules, is it normal for the forest to be this quiet?
Is it? Or do I normally hear like nighttime sounds, like night creatures and... Or is that just for me to assume?
I'm going to say that you are used to a very lively forest, and that this is quieter than it normally is.
It's never this quiet.
That sounds good. Then what we're waiting for is sure to come. Or not, I guess, but...
Well, there's something here for sure. I ain't worried.
Me neither.
Are we like sitting or... You're in a tree.
I'm chilling, yeah.
We are at the gate?
Further down. Or, I mean, maybe you guys are, I don't know.
I figured that we walked back towards, we walked down to the gate and then back towards 584 as opposed to just hopping the fence.
Right, that's what I did. I decided I wanted to camp out near 584 because I didn't state that, I guess. She specifically had seen these ghosts, so I figured as close to the original site as possible is what I was thinking.
Okay, in that case, I sit down and I'm totally relaxed.
I'm gonna, I'm generally leaving my flashlight off, but it's still, in my hand. I'm gonna flick it back on and do a quick pass, maybe at about waist height across the trees, very fast, and then shut it back off.
Right, yeah, you take out your flashlight and give a quick pan across the sea of trees in front of you. Your flashlight either getting swallowed up by the darkness or bouncing off particular trees depending on the shade of their bark. You do not see anything of note, but as you pull your flashlight back, you notice that a particular part of the wood, one of the trees in particular, maybe it's a tree, seems iridescent.
I'm gonna put up a finger up for quiet and then point to it with not leaving my flashlight off, but just indicate to the rest of everybody that I've seen something.
Okay. I'm looking.
Is it still noticeable even without the flashlight playing across it?
Even long after the flashlight's reflection should have faded, the tree seems to glow just a little bit. Mere seconds later, the glow begins to fade, and then seconds again, it pulses back on. And then this repeats twice more.
And all three of us see this if we're looking?
All three of you see this if you're looking.
Well,
That's weird, right?
it was important to establish whether or not the screaming was the real phenomena, and there's always a chance with something like this that the pale figures are just the brain playing tricks with the birch bark upon hearing some other sort of disturbing stimulus.
What's the conclusion, Doctor? Is it both?
I think the conclusion is we should probably go get a closer look at that tree.
Agreed. I'll climb out of the tree and I'll wander back to reunite with the other two so we can all three go together. Lead the way.
Alistair kind of very slightly raises an eyebrow at you, and then I will click.
You're the tall
this
one.
Is an interesting. This is kind of looks over and is like, so it would seem.
Tall people don't get scared, it's true.
Yes. Okay. So in that case, I will cover my flashlight so I just have a little bit of light playing through my fingers and head into the woods.
The woods is only illuminated by that faint glow of light through flesh, that weird kind of pinkish orange haze that comes out of a flashlight when it is covered by a hand. It is not a ton of light, not enough to illuminate past the trees, but it acts as a crude lantern as you begin to wade through pine needles and maple leaves and all sorts of forestry floor that leaves a crunch with each step. At this point, the noise you are making is really the only noise that you can hear in the woods. You step closer and closer to this iridescent tree, which, as you get closer, eventually stops pulsing. But nevertheless, you knew which direction you were facing, and you were able to find it with ease. Just because it is no longer glowing doesn't mean it can't be seen at night.
So we've made it to this tree.
Yes, you find yourself face to face with a tall birch tree.
I'm gonna touch it.
Same.
I knock on it like how you would to see if there's a hollow trunk.
It sure sounds like a tree.
No screaming. It's just a tree.
If I look up, does it seem to be also is there any, can we see any moonlight, looking up, any moonlight, any starlight, any light pollution, or is it just totally fucking black?
From where you can see, you are able to look up and see the moon and stars just fine. There is a faint lunar glow about the forest, something totally natural.
Okay. And does this tree have a similar number and configuration of leaves and branches to the other ones around it?
Go ahead and roll perception for me.
Okay. 5.
You look at the tree in front of you, and at first glance, everything seems similar enough. It is the same white bark as all the other birch trees around. Although upon closer inspection, you will notice that this tree is much wider than some of the other birches around, but is similar in size and configuration to many of the oaks in the area.
And it sounded solid? Yeah?
Yes, completely solid.
Am I gonna do something stupid? Maybe.
Oh, always.
I support it.
So I brought my machete with me.
Oh my God.
Oh God, this just feels so dumb. This feels like my intelligence is only a D6 is the thing. So,
while you're thinking about this, I'm gonna pull out my utility knife and like a little plastic baggie and try to take like a scraping of the outer coating, like just the very outside of the bark.
Sure.
So I will. I'm gonna look. I'll look between the two of you, and I will like make eye contact with Jules and hold out, still covering, like hold the flashlight with my one hand covering the light, and hold the handle out to Jules.
What?
I'm trying to hand you
take
the
the
flashlight.
flashlight.
Do you take it?
Yes. I'm gonna kind of like.
Okay.
I take it because it's from you. I take it a little looking at you kind of weird, and I don't hold it like a normal flashlight. I kind of hold it with as few fingers as possible and as far away from me as possible.
Do you keep your hand over the? I'm gonna keep my hand over the light until you like make a move to cover it
I'll
up.
do that, even though I think you guys are
Okay.
really weird.
Yeah, and then I'd like to turn around and see if I can kind of scrape a little of the outer bark off, because I want to see if there's some sort of coating or something on here that's making it iridescent.
As the flashlight light from what is now Jules's flashlight, no take backsies.
Yeah, mine now, bitch.
Begins to shine across the tree, the part affected by the unnatural light begins to pulse once again with those familiar shades of light from before. You reach forward with your knife and slice off what you assume is going to be a small chunk, but a slip of the knife causes it to be a jagged piece of bark. You hold that in your hand. Acquired, bark.
Okay.
Use knife on tree. Acquired bark. Gave
If
flashlight to Jules.
God damn it.
Jules will remember that.
If I hold, if I just like hold the bark in my hand and kind of run my thumb over it, does it feel like there's any sort of like unusual substance on there? Coating, slickness, weird texture of any kind.
Powdery, maybe.
Powdery, yeah, I will, and if necessary, I'll go like compare with another birch tree.
It does not feel particularly powdery or particularly slick, but what it does feel, even without any sort of botanist knowledge, it does feel dead.
Okay, looking at the place, looking at where I removed the bark, is it like normal wood color?
It is completely normal wood color.
Okay, I'm kind of just like playing with it. It's dead.
I would like to sing to try and draw some, like, I'm assuming Saint is assuming it's a spirit of some kind that's like possibly inhabiting the tree, or there's something like this, there's something in the tree is what he is thinking. And so he would like to sing to try and draw it out, which I think is probably my performance and my willpower. Does that seem correct, or just my performance?
I'm sorry, repeat that last part.
Would that be just my performance or my performance and my willpower? I don't remember what we decided what my, like, singing thing exactly is as a standard role.
I think because it is meant to be some sort of spiritual movement of yours, I think willpower and performance work.
Okay. That's a D8 and a D10.
Nice.
Okay. Not great. I rolled a 10.
Wonderful. What are you singing, my friend?
I'm singing Paint It Black. There's a specific cover that I'm thinking of in my head. Which I will send later. I don't want to...
Oh, no, I know exactly which one.
Okay. Terrifying.
All right, so I'm like tucking the fucking bark shaving into a plastic bag and like putting it in my, and like it's saying, just starts singing. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, the image as I'm going forward and like placing my hands on the tree, like looking at the tree and singing. Singing fucking Paint It Black, which if you're not expecting it and you don't know what he's doing is like, what the actual fuck is this guy doing? What a good character concept this was, and what a weird thing out of context.
As Alistair begins to tuck the sample into the bag, it crosses the stream of flashlight. And as it does, as the sample is pulled out of the stream of light, it begins to pulse as the rest of the tree did. In the air, you can hear the singing of Saint Garcia Flores as he begins to sing the Rolling Stones' Paint It Black. While you may be choosing a cover, are you going as slow as that cool cover?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you're not going at the original tempo of the Rolling Stones version.
Absolutely not.
This, I think, matters.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't, because I wasn't anticipating any of this and it's nowhere in my notes, but it does now, somehow. Yeah. The tree continues to pulse the pulse that it was doing, but after a moment that fades, and your singing does not appear to bring about any effect.
Okay.
After a while, though, you can hear a low sound echoing from deeper within the woods.
Does it sound like an animal or something unnatural?
Unnatural and jarring.
Bad.
Does it sound like something is like mimicking me?
It sounds very much like something is mimicking you. It is not a perfect rendition. You cannot make out lyrics, but a very slowed down, even slower than what you had just uttered, mumbled melody can be heard from within the woods.
You don't have any, like, creepy twins living in the forest, do ya?
Not last time I checked.
Bad.
It didn't work the way I wanted, but it worked.
Animals unlikely to be able to mimic the sound of a human voice even that closely.
Mm-hmm. How far away does it sound? Does it sound like deep, or does it sound like...
It sounds deeper within the woods, and it does not sound like it is coming from any particular direction. Just generally inward. Although that inward, with a forest as expansive as this, could be many different directions. Good night, listener. Good night.
So what did you say this was again?
You know,
I mean, I'm
not
scared
sure.
of nothing, I just want to know.
Well, I was thinking it might be a demon, but that seems kind of unlikely. Because they don't... This kind of mimicking is not quite right, I think.
Don't they go in more for the mocking sort?
No, they tend to say different kinds of things to me. Well,
I have knowledge folklore. Would
I do
have
too,
heard
actually.
Anything about or have read in my studies anything about a mimicking forest-dwelling creature?
There are a number of... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead and roll for it.
Okay, so it's
Can I roll as well?
GM gives free knowledge.
I am so used to literally just...
the D.
I like world building so much that I am totally fine just info dumping on people sometimes, but then I remember, oh yeah, you're supposed to, like, try to get it.
Yeah.
So do I just roll the D8? That is my knowledge folklore, or is there anything else I roll with that?
I believe you can roll... You roll it with an attribute.
Oh, intelligence and knowledge.
Yes.
So okay. I need a D8. Here it is.
I'm gonna make the same roll if that's okay.
Yes, it's fine.
11.
12.
Okay.
Both of you rack your very different brains for knowledge on this particular subject, and both of you are pulling from two very different sources. Alistair, of course, has been briefed on a number of potential occurrences across the country that have mirrored situations perhaps like this, and certainly has access to a database of findings that could illuminate them towards something like this, although they do not have access to that database now. Whereas on the flip side, Jules knows only what she's read and heard in the dark hours in a library. That was melodramatic. I don't know how else to phrase it, though. You know, when you're studying, but it's spooky?
3 a.m. in a college library.
Like all studying.
Yeah, and then a raven bursts in through your door, sits itself upon your nearest bust, and starts creaking nevermore at you. You know, while you were nodding, nearly napping, suddenly you heard a tapping, a rapping as if at your chamber door.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, I remember
did.
college.
Raven Bazinga. What? Oh God! What is the quote? The Raven Bazongo.
Sorry, same brain.
So anyway, but it's your local library. Libraries, the most haunted places in America.
I remember college.
Of the examples that you all know, there are certainly numbers of tellings around the world of trickster spirits that lure people in by mimicking human speech. That is a common element of most folklore. There have been no reports in this area that you can think of. Alistair, I would have imagined that you would have had time to research the area that you were going into outside of the briefing that you received. And
Absolutely.
And Jules, well, you've lived here for quite some time, so surely you should be familiar with your surroundings. Nothing like this seems to have happened here before. And who knows if any of the things that either of you think it might be are this thing.
Yeah, I got no fucking clue.
Sorry, that was in character.
Jules doesn't notice Saint laughing at her.
It's the two of you looking incredibly serious, and then Jules is like, I don't fucking know.
I have a head full of tangential possibilities, but nothing rings any particular bells or sings any particular ditties.
I thought you government
Especially
people knew
with
everything.
That's a good joke.
There's a lot of us. There's a lot of us, Ms. Jules. We have to spread it out somehow.
Don't you have, like, technology or something?
Interesting point, actually. This is... And this might mean something to you. This is a satellite dead zone. 16 square miles of it, actually. If you had any connectivity problems, that sort of thing.
Well, I purposefully live in a dead zone. So, this is normal.
So you're here on purpose. Did you pick this area because it's always been a dead zone?
It was the most off the grid I could get.
I mean, not to crack wise, there is a retirement community relatively close to where you live. I don't know if that's like super isolated or not.
Oh no, I walked a ways to get here.
Why did you come here?
I was following Bigfoot.
Okay. Right.
Ah.
Bigfoot. Got it.
He's here somewhere.
Well, I don't think he's making fun of my rendition of Paint It Black, so I think there's probably
He would
something
never
else
do
going
that.
on. If Bigfoot is real, I choose to believe that is fact.
Bigfoot.
I feel like he must.
Bigfoot doesn't like punching down.
Yeah,
He would never make fun
That's
of
right.
a random stranger.
I'm very sensitive about my voice, Bigfoot,
He would support you.
Mr. Squatch.
Him and his hippie commune or whatever.
Excited for Sasquatch's new Netflix comedy special, Triggered.
No, he would never.
Mr. Squatch. I mean, I have uncommon knowledge, like, related specifically, like, exorcisms, ghosts, demons, that kind of thing. Can I roll and see if something gets more in my wheelhouse rather than their wheelhouse? I don't have a great chance. My intelligence is not very good, but I figure it's worth a shot.
Yeah, go for it.
We? Okay.
Just a snotty pants.
Well, I rolled a 7, so it's a 6 on one and a 1 on the other, which is a real bummer. I don't know shit.
Matty, I think no explanation from me would help you here. I think everything you know is what you already know.
Yeah. It's God, it's so tempting to just go further in. I know that's a bad idea. This is out loud. I know it's a bad idea because I know that whatever is out there is trying to lure us further in. But we're not getting anywhere just standing here.
Forewarned is forearmed. We know what it wants. We spring the trap on it.
But what does it want? I mean, people.
But it's been like, you said it's been picking on these old people?
I have slightly more confidence in us than I have in a couple of retirees.
Yeah, these people don't even have teeth or
no
something.
matter how
I mean,
well healed.
But why old people? There's a
can't
reason.
fight back.
Jules has been out there. Right, exactly. Jules has been out though in those woods, and it's never gone for her. So,
Yeah, I've never come across anything like this before. It knows better.
Predator generally goes after the old or young, weak,
A
sick,
scavenger.
easy target.
but does it?
Easier.
I guess it doesn't matter why it wants them. It just wants them.
Well, we need more data, I think, in this instance. And the only way to get
Is
it...
to spring the trap.
Exactly.
No. What? How do we spring the trap if we don't have information?
We walk into the forest.
All right, works for me.
I have a
That was-
gun!
I have a big fucking knife. I have a hand axe, I think technically is what it is under.
Oh,
You certainly do have a big fucking
I'll like
knife.
pat Saint
Yeah.
on the shoulder and be like, good luck out there.
All right. I don't need a gun in my line of work. Who just carries a gun around?
Me! And that one.
Yeah.
Alistair, like... Yeah, Alistair, like... Did I decide? I don't think I decided I'm wearing a suit. I think I'm wearing, like...
I think you're wearing something fairly generic,
if you
aren't
were,
you?
Jules would
Yeah.
be even, like, less likely to...
Like some Dean Winchester ass
Oh,
shit.
No, I'm wearing a fucking polo shirt.
That's my boy.
I've just done as much as possible to make myself look like as undweeby as a person can while still wearing a polo shirt.
Oh, that's my man's. Ugh.
I probably have... I have, like, a windbreaker on or something.
No, please tell me you have like a Patagonia fleece. You're wearing a North Face.
Oh, yes.
Ugh.
But more importantly, the boots are LL Bean.
Yes.
today's episode of the show is
Right.
brought to you by...
REI.
Alistair's from, like, Massachusetts. Of course he's an LL Bean loyalist.
Yeah, no, I was going to say.
Once again, the offer code is sellout. That's SELLOUT.
I would love to be sponsored by RAR. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that's not a joke. Hit us up. InfinityBreak23@gmail.com. Forgot it.
Give me a fleece.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, no, so Alistair does actually also indicate that he is also carrying a gun.
Why? What? You know, I go all kinds of places, and most places I go, people aren't just like, gun.
Yeah, well, they don't live in the middle of the fucking woods, do they?
No, I guess they don't.
I have a special permit for this.
Of course you do. You look like somebody who has a special permit for his gun.
I will fucking kill you.
And you look like somebody who doesn't have a permit for anything. That's fine. Let's go. I'd start walking into the woods.
Permit?
Wait. Ezra and Nikki.
Yeah?
Ezra and Nikki. Nikki, do you know Ezra's a federal agent? I don't even think Matty knows.
No, I don't.
Nope.
None of us have any clue what the others do. We've all just decided we're hanging out together now.
Alistair has a decent idea of what Saint does because he went snooping in your motorcycle bags.
Well, I think you saw that I have like notebooks of stuff on. I think you are aware that I am some kind of a supernatural researcher.
Yes.
I don't think you know exactly what I do.
I do not know exactly
Jules
what you do.
doesn't know for sure. However, this is because she's paranoid. Everyone is a potential federal agent looking for her. And if you carry a pistol and have a lot of knowledge, she just assumes you're like one of the men in black, but without a suit.
The three of you walk deeper into the woods, and unsurprisingly, a lot of the woods continues to look like a lot of the woods. It is a sprawling field of all these various different types of trees. I assume you all have your flashlights on? Or maybe you do not.
I thought I was just holding the one flashlight.
Do you give me the flashlight back?
Yes. I need to hold my gun.
Well, if Jules is not holding a flashlight, I will also have my flashlight on. I feel like there should be at least two.
I need both hands for my gun. Unless my shotgun has one of those little flashlights taped onto it.
No. I mean,
which
probably.
Would be natural.
Let's see. No, because I'm gonna say I'm holding, I have the flashlight held by the light end, and I have my taser in the other hand, but not my gun.
Sorry, I just forgot that you have a taser.
I have a taser.
What a day.
It's quieter.
What a group of people. Are you gonna tase a ghost?
Do you say, is that in character?
I couldn't decide. I haven't decided on a character voice yet, so
I instantly assumed it was in character.
Yeah, no, I think it's in my heart. It was. Yeah, are you going to tase a ghost?
We don't know it's a ghost.
Quieter.
You know what? You're right. I just kind of assume everything's a ghost.
That's fair.
In my general experience, many things are at least somewhat susceptible to a large overload of electrical energy.
Fair enough.
I'd take a few steps away from Alistair.
Yeah, no, I'm like, I don't want to be... I was imagining that Saint was walking at the front of the group, and I think hearing that, he's like,
faster?
I'm going to slow down. Yeah, we're gonna walk side by side. I'm not gonna have my back to you when you have a taser.
Making my way down the forest, walking fast. He has a taser.
This D4 and smartass was a good decision.
Yeah.
I'm afraid it's here that we're gonna have to cut our story short. What you've been listening to was ParaScience, a glimpse into a world unknown. It was an actual play horror adventure told to you through Cortex. Our players were Ezra Kaye as eyes-on-the-ground agent Alister McAndrews, and Matty Trumbo-Gomes as capable young man St. Garcia Flores, with Nikki Boylan as the monster in the woods, Jules Ortiz. As for myself, I was your game master and disembodied voice, Ben Hamlin. I was also the producer of this show. Our theme song was by the incorporeal Johnny Rinaldo, and our logo was created by the haunted visage of Terra Bosart. This show is brought to you by Infinity Break, where we're telling stories our own way. You can follow us on social media at InfinityBreak23 and check our website and all our other tabletop shows, live and dead, at InfinityBreak.net. If you would like to help this show succeed, there are a good many ways to do that. You can help spread the word about this show on social media and by simple word of mouth. Don't forget to use the hashtag ParaScience, and while you're at it, why not tag InfinityBreak23? We have a Patreon at patreon.com/InfinityBreak where you can start donating to Infinity Break for as little as $1 a month. And finally, if you listen through Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave a review. Reviews help us rise in the podcasting charts and help more people stumble across our show, like a body in the woods. That's all for now. Let ParaScience drift into the back of your mind and let the seeds of doubt begin to plant themselves where you sleep. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time, right here on Infinity Break.